We've got to be right on. If we drop our guard a little bit, they're going to hurt us, and we don't want that to happen at all. We want to have a really good performance and one that we can be really proud of. Our game's been a priority, and that doesn't change. We're expecting the whole squad are up to speed with our game, and we haven't named a team yet, but there's going to be a couple of new faces in there, and the expectation is we just keep continuing getting better from our previous performances.
How have you found, I suppose, we saw one debutant on Saturday night, but particularly those new guys, I guess. How have you found they've fitted in around the group, and how ready are they to take the next step and play Test footy?
Yeah, there's definitely been really noticeable hunger for the guys that weren't given the opportunity to play against England. Our Thursday trainings, where we start going a little bit live, they were quite. There's a lot of energy in them from that team, and put us under a lot of pressure early on. So it's great. There's a lot of competition in the squad, as you'd expect from an All Black squad. There's a new challenge, Fiji, different challenge, but still one that we've got to be right on point with. And given the travel factor and the limited training time, we've got to nail this week to make sure that we get the performance that we're looking for.
Thanks, Leon. I'll pass on.
Leon, Kate here from TVNZ. Who in the squad hasn't travelled to San Diego?
Yeah, we've got our full squad bar Patrick Tuipulotu. Paddy's was a decision around just his fitness in terms of his body. His return into the final with the knee, he rolled his ankle during that game, and then two massive efforts against a really physical England pack. You just feel that we need to look after him a little bit, and Sam Dowery's come in to give him a bit of a break.
Mark here. Could I just jump in on a couple? Just in terms of the attack through the two tests against England, we've seen obviously a pretty tough defensive line you're up against. 4 tries in 2 tests. Just what's your sort of feeling on, I guess, early progress attack-wise?
Yeah, there's definitely areas that we need to tidy up. It's pretty obvious. Some of it was the starter plays that put up pressure on us, and some of it inside phase where we got ourselves a little bit narrow at times. So England's poses quite a unique challenge around the way that they shut you off, and at times we did really well to beat that, and we just reviewed today the missed opportunities that we had. And again, like I said at the start, so this week's about us getting better, and any good defence is hard to breach, and England's were physical at the breakdown and put a lot of pressure on us here. So we're really clear on what we need to do to be better, and that's the opportunity that we've got this week, is continue to keep growing our understanding of our game and the skill sets inside it.
Cool. And just sign off on Fiji, you touched on a different type of opponent. Is the kind of danger this week to expect the intensity to be kind of, not as high, I guess, as England series? Is that a bit of the danger factor you guys have?
We'll prepare exactly the same as we did against England. I think that's the minimum standard we expect is an improvement from the week before, regardless of who we're playing, and we respect Fiji immensely. Only have to watch the World Cup and how close they beat Australia and how close they took England. So they get up for games against the All Blacks or any big nation. That's what they thrive for, and it's going to be a dry ball and a fast track, and we've got to be right on. If we drop our guard a little bit, they're going to hurt us, and we don't want that to happen at all. We want to have a really good performance and one that we can be really proud of.
Hey Leon, Beauden Barrett's obviously still the talk of the town. Just how do you best go about using him? Is he a fullback, a bench option, a first 5, all 3?
He was phenomenal, wasn't he? That was a performance and a half off the bench. Just his confidence when he come on just to play the game he did. The confidence that he gave people around him was outstanding, and his experience, especially losing TJ. TJ's experience was really valuable in that first test, but for Beauden to come on and do what he did was immense. And all those options you spoke about, I think at the moment he's playing good rugby. He's confident and really happy with his footy. So when we name the team, doesn't really matter where you put them. You know you're going to get a big impact from them.
Leon, Rob and Ryan stuff here. Just before the England test, you said you ripped up the playbook, but you wouldn't throw too much at them at the players, given you only had such a short time. Just how much of the new systems have you thrown at the players in the 2 weeks that you've had with them?
Yeah, like everything, you know, they look good at training, and when the pressure comes on in the game and fatigue comes in, that's when names, calls and all that sort of start dropping off. And I think there was a bit of that happening in Auckland, where, you know, just that memory recall, and that will happen in time naturally, as it does when it embeds. You know, we're still thinking about where we're going at times, whereas the longer we train, the more time together, we're just going to be automatic, and that's those relationships and the trust stuff that comes between players. Again, that's a time thing as well. So really confident the more time we spend together, the smoother our game's going to be, both attack and defence, and our set piece. So again, this week's about just keep confirming our game and embedding it into our DNA, so it becomes second nature to us.
Billy, Mark Hinchett here from Stuff Mastheads. Can you just talk about your, I guess, sense of excitement and readiness after being part of the group for a few weeks, and potentially getting a crack this week? You know, just what's it all about? How excited are you?
Obviously been preparing the boys for the last couple of weeks, and you know, soaking it all up and getting around all the info that I need to around our maps and our structures. So yeah, hopefully you know, when the opportunity comes, you know, I'll be ready. I am excited for hopefully when that opportunity does come, and yeah, just looking forward to continuing to get to work and yeah, putting my best foot forward.
Just from a couple of weeks on the watching Test rugby up close, you know, what are your early impressions in terms of, I guess, adjustments, level, all those sort of things that you would have taken from training, from being around the team on game day, etc.?
Yeah, I guess it's quite intense, and the boys got to be on a lot of the time, you know, and the coaches definitely keep us that way. You know, they're making sure they're putting us through our strides and putting us through our paces. So you know, the boys get the reps at training, and you know, being at the game and watching the boys be able to perform it on the weekend was awesome.
Hey Caleb, Ollie here. Is it a similar hunger for you as well? Obviously, a few weeks since your last game in that Super Rugby final. You know, if you were to get the opportunity this weekend, how are you feeling? And yeah, is it kind of a similar hunger to get back on the park?
Yeah, no, definitely is a big hunger to get up there. Like, as much as we'd like to play, it's also a bit disappointing not getting to put on the black jersey, and that's what sort of puts a bit more fuel in the tank as well. So yeah, definitely hungry to hopefully get out there and hopefully run alongside my mate Billy. So yeah, definitely a lot to play for, and yeah, kind of not over wanting to play against the boys, but yeah, hopefully getting a chance to run against someone new.
How, I suppose, intense is the competition in the outsides, because there's obviously so much depth there. How much are you pushing each other at training, and how close is your kind of outsides group as a whole?
Yeah, I guess that's what I love the most about our unit is as much as we are competing against each other for the jersey, you know, we're helping each other as well. We're making sure each of us are putting our best foot forward, and as well as if someone's confused around the calls or anything, you know, we're always helping each other. So yeah, I think that's the best part about it is we're all so close in terms of who can wear the jersey, but also at the same time we're helping each other. So yeah, it's one of those frenemies vibes, but we all love each other, so it's all good.